Hello everyone, this is JR from JRC Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services. And we are so privileged right now that we have one of our clients who are actually be sharing his experience on how was the process of getting the SRRV. Before with our video, we have featured a client that was already been approved. And this point in time, I think it's also important for our subscribers to know what are the things that they need to know during the application process and also getting the requirements being in place. With that, let me introduce to you our guest for today. That would be Ernest.
That's right.
So we have few questions on the table, but before that, let's give a cheers for that.
Cheers for the success.
Of course. Now, Ernest, when you arrive in the Philippines, what made you decide to apply for the retirement visa?
Well, it wasn't really when I arrived that I made that decision. I made that decision because, everybody watches on YouTube and all that. And I was introduced indirectly with Florida P. She actually had someone that was representing JRC. And I was like, man, I need that information. And I got my camera, freeze Florida P, and took the phone number and everything. And I got in touch with JRC, and I'll tell you, I am very pleased with the results because I thought I could do it on my own. Let me tell you, it's very hard, and I love the service. I love going around and being represented by JRC. When you go to the different areas like fingerprinting and taking pictures, NBI, you can't do it by yourself. If you think you can come to Philippines and run around trying to get your visa done by yourself because you can do it on your own, let me tell you, you can't. And it's a good feeling when you go around with a representative of JRC and you just like watching all these people waiting their turn to get attended by these different bureaus. It's a good feeling when you just walk past all these folks and you getting represented by JRC.
Well, thank you for that compliment. We can express our appreciation for that because we put our heart in it on how we can actually serve our clients. That's the first question that we are actually we're giving to Ernest, but it seems like everything is wrapped up. But let me proceed with the next question. Now, okay. Regarding the visa deposit, there are two ways to have that one accomplished or being in place to have it recognized is a requirement. Now, the retiree can opt to send it directly to the Development Bank of the Philippines in which the retirement visa account is maintained, or others can also opt to choose to have the private bank, so in which you can actually get also the letter of introduction before you can open the account and then transfer the inward remittance for you to comply with the requirement. Now, which options did you take? Or which option?
Well, I went for the option with the LOI. And I got a story to tell on that one. And it goes back to where you think you can do it on your own. You can't do it on your own. Just the LOI trying to get information from the bank. Try to go into that bank to find out if your LOI came in. Guess what? They're not gonna let you go in that bank. Unless you have a representative. Again, I tried to go in the bank and they were questioning me why I need to go in the bank. I said, well, I need to find out if my LOI came in. And they just wouldn't let me go in. I had to depend on JRC to go in the bank and talk to the representative of that bank to ask the question of whether we got the LOI, which we did. I was all smiles, but I couldn't do it on my own. Now, here's another reason why you can't do it on your own. You need to get a good representative, and JRC are the people. Because when I told them about my experience, I said, hey, you know, I tried to go in the bank and they wouldn't let me go in that bank. They're like, who the heck are you? You're a foreigner, dude. They ain't gonna let you go in that bank to find out those kind of information. You can't go in that bank and try to find out if your LOI came in. You need to get represented, okay? And that's JRC.
During the process engaging with us, there was a part that you pre-qualify yourself on the classic category with a deposit of 10,000 US dollars. Later on, upon checking with all the facts, you are actually qualified for the SRRV expanded courtesy, which will require you a visa deposit of 1,500 US dollars. Did the clarity of the information help you before making a big step?
It did more than that. It actually saved my wagon, because I was going to use that money to get a condo, and I was insistent on getting it done. And after a while, you know, JRC just counseled me on that. They said, look, if you use that money, you will not be able to sell your condo like that, because the government is going to have a lien on your money. You can't just sell it. And I was like, why not? You know, it's my money. You know, I bought the condo. I should be able to sell it if I want to. Says no, because they go through all of these procedures that are gonna prevent you from getting a sale. You know, you're not gonna get that condo sale or get your deposit back right away, you know, just because you want it done. You know, so actually I was given a choice which was better for me, and I took the deal. I didn't have to put a large down payment, but JRC said, hey, you're a veteran. Use that. Use the veteran option, because that's the courtesy category, and it's only $1,500. I'm like, wow, you just saved my wagon. You know, because I am like, I want to be able to, if I don't want a condo, I want to be able to sell it. And JRC actually saved me from making that mistake. So I took that category using the veterans' ability to use the 1,500. So that I really appreciate what JR counseling me not to do. You know, so I really appreciate that.
So yeah, that's a good preposition really. That's why we intend to do an online consultation with all our clients, and that will be our standard operating procedure before engaging with us, because we'll be discussing all the things that you need. Ask all the questions at one setting, and everything should be in place. Options should be on the table, and thereafter you choose which option are you going to. And we're happy that you are guided accordingly.
Yeah.
And cheers to that. We have Jack in the house, right?
And you know what? These guys, hey, let me tell you, they saved the best for the last. Look at all this.
We have 3 liters of Jack here.
Kidding me? Every time I come to this office, they hide this section from me. They got about 2 rooms. They keep me in the far end and don't let me see all of these goodies here. You got to insist. If you come here for help, insist that you see the first room with all the goodies. Okay? Don't let them slide you in another room. You want to see this first.
Yeah. So yeah, moving on. One of the requirement of the SRRV visa deposit, every client we assist has their own specific situation where they are easily remit their visa deposit. Some, unfortunately, are also having difficulties. Can you share to us your experience regarding the compliance of the visa deposit?
Oh man, that's a good one right there, because a lot of us think we can do it. We can get it done, lickety split, but this one of the things that I can say, that if you don't know anything, get advice first, and just that alone, with you guys advising me about not to do certain things, and choosing the right category that will benefit me in the long run, that's what, I'm happy about. And so you giving me the right category really helps.
So regarding your experience for the visa deposit, you expressly say that an advice would be very important,
Yeah.
for you to have that done smoothly.
Yeah, because you're not going to get those kind of advice by yourself, doing it by yourself. JRC already have the road mapped out for you. You come here, you can get it done in the United States or Britain or whatever, but I know with United States, it's like 8 months. 8 months if you try to do it on your own. And then you still have to come to the Philippines. You have to present yourself physically in the Philippines. You think you're done at 8? No, sir. You're not done. You're better off coming to the Philippines and getting it done like a company with a JRC, counseling you properly. You can't get it done. You got to get counseling. You're going to run into a lot of trouble. And the first thing, you guys are, don't laugh, but you're a foreigner, dude. And when you come here thinking you can get it done on your own, that's the first thing they're going to say. Foreigner, he think he can just, get ahead of the line. With JRC, you get ahead of the line. Because, I can confess and say, well, is that right that we can just go ahead of the line and leave all these people behind? But that's what happened to me. I felt good, man, that I paid this money and these guys are able to get the job done. Yeah, you're going to have some hiccups, but it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's the procedures that's going on, and they guide you throughout that. It's like, I walked through the valley of death and all these mines, and you walk. They're preventing you from stepping on that mine that's gonna sink your ship. These guys, they know their stuff. I would really, really, really tell you, go for JRC. All right, don't come down here thinking you can get it done.
They can get it done.
And
Jack Daniels.
Yeah, and that 8 months thing, God help you. Because when you do that 8 months and they call you back and, hey, sir, you missed this and you missed that, you're going to just throw everything in the air and scream. Okay?
Yeah.
Come to JRC. I'm not selling anything, but they helped me out. And I'm telling you that you've got a good partner next to you with JRC.
Yeah.
I would not tell you that, just for the hell of it. They're not paying me. They didn't pay me with Jack Daniels. But seriously, guys, you need good advice.
Get near to you.
Yeah, you need good advice. Go for JRC.
Well,
Okay.
thank you, Ernest. 3 things along the conversation right now. 3 things or 3 words really struck me most this time. A counsel. We may feel like a lawyer, but we're not. But we do have an in-house attorney with us. And a guide. Those are the things that we'll try to enhance later on, internalize, so that we can get better every day.
Yeah.
And also with the other one, Jack Daniels. We're not advertising, but it's spicing up the conversation.
Hey, celebrate. I have reason to celebrate, but because my stuff is done. If anything comes around, it's not their fault. It's not.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, we're heading for the last two questions that we have right now. As an applicant for this retirement visa, what would be your message for those a bit hesitant to start?
We all, when you go through the first, anything you want to accomplish, a goal, or you always have hesitation and everything. But when you get somebody or a company or lawyers or whatever, and they're behind you and you have confidence in them, you're going to make that first step. You're going to, whatever, it takes, you're going to go with them. Because you're going to know when they ain't really who they say they are the first time you run into trouble. Because I ran into some trouble and I'm like, what now? What now? Drip, drip, drip. When are we going to get this thing done? And them being calm and collected and everything, I just went with the program. I went with it. I accepted the calmness, the way they handle situations that came up that really pissed you off, Like, what now? What the hell? Yeah, I thought you said this and I thought you said that. But when you, in retrospect, when you look back, that's how it goes in the Philippines, That's why you ain't gonna get it done by yourself. Trust me.
I think the next question would actually connect to your last statement. This is the fun part. This is a very common and almost every foreign national in the Philippines would ask. When something is not going according to your plan, visa stuff, buying real properties here, other matters, small matters that you get frustrated on because you compare you're living in the US and going to the Philippines, other expats say to that person, welcome to the Philippines. What is your interpretation for that?
Let me tell you, reality just hits you smack in the face. When the welcome to the Philippines sounds just right, but when you go out there in the real Philippines, the real world in the Philippines, that's when you're going to realize that, hey, I need help. It's not what you really think. Philippines are beautiful, but you better know the know. And going to the internet, they don't give you enough information to get you to choose. It's not trap. It's not a trap, but it's the way they do things here. And as American, you want things done like this. And they don't work like that. But JR know the traps and they know how to avoid it. Okay? That's why I can always say, go JRC.
Mm-hmm. Whew, that was indeed a very long conversation with you, Ernest, and thank you for your time. We do appreciate
You're welcome.
You being here and actually giving us your permission to be interviewed. We are still in the process of getting his visa done. We are we are actually completing the requirements to have it lodged for the application process. It's a roller coaster ride, to be honest. So we are trying to guide you along the way. What are the things that you would know or you would rather know before doing something else, like doing the visa application? Because this is now coming from a perspective from the foreigner applicant itself. Most of the times you're gonna hear us talking hey, these are the visa applications, so on and so forth. And now we would like to validate that from the foreigner's point of view, so that there will be check and balance along the way. Now, Ernest, just a quick message to our subscribers. What can you tell them, real quick?
Well, it's just like I've been repeating myself, and I'm going to repeat again. you can't come down to the Philippines and think you can do it by yourself. Even if you had a Filipino wife, I mean, she don't know the procedure. You know, she don't know anything, really. All she knows is that she loves you.
Yeah.
But the legality of things around, guess what? Your Filipino wife don't know that. Okay? So if you think you're going to get help from her, you just fooling yourself. You need expert help. And again, you need JRC to help you. I didn't find anybody else around here that were qualifying enough to help me.
We are so honored with that. Thank you so much. We cannot thank you enough, Ernest, and from also with our visa manager, Kervin, is also handling the online visa consultation. He is also indeed very what do you call that, calm to every situation, and would like our source really of doing a work on our job is really from here on how we can help expats here in the Philippines. We are still in progress, but I can't thank you enough. And for you guys who have some questions that will that need some answers, especially for those who are planning and for those who are already in the process that are having difficulties on your visa application, please don't forget to put a comment on this video, like and subscribe also so that you'll be updated of our recent videos. We'll be coming up with more personal insights coming from the foreigner's point of view, telling them their experiences might not be good or bad, but that actual experiences that can guide you along the way. So with that being said, I would like to thank Mr. Ernest. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And after that handshake, there will be a celebratory
Jack
toast.
and D.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.